Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel Chemistry Unfolded. In today's video, we are going to learn how to identify the spinel structures. That is, whether the given spinel structure is a normal spinel or an inverse spinel. Basically, there are 4 general rules to identify whether the structure is inverse spinel or a normal spinel. So coming to the first rule is, if your A plus 2 and B plus 3 are non-transition elements. But before that, let us see what exactly the spinel structure has in it. A spinel structure is represented as A, B2, O4, right? Wherein the A plus, that is the atom in this position, A position, carries a plus 2 charge, whereas the atom in this position, B position, carries a plus 3 charge, and this is your oxide ions. So this is the basic structure of any spinel. Now this occupies the tetrahedral position. Fine. A occupies the tetrahedral position and B occupies octahedral position. But that which position A occupies, B occupies, it depends on the spinel also. If you say a normal spinel, A occupies the tetrahedral position and B occupies the octahedral position. But when you come to a inverse spinel part, B, there are 2 B atoms. For inverse spinel, how many atoms are there? A, B, 2 times B and O4. This is a general spinel structure. But for normal spinel, this occupies tetrahedral, both those B occupy octahedral position. This is the case of normal spinel. But when you come to an inverse spinel part, what happens is that for normal spinel case, this one of the B occupies tetrahedral position and this A and this B occupies octahedral position. That's why it's called inverse spinel structure. Okay, that is all you need to know as the basics to start this chapter. Now let's go to the rules. First rules: if your A plus 2 element and B plus 3 are non-transition elements. By the term non-transition element, what I mean is that they does not belong to the transition element series. They belong to the S block, P block. Other than your transition element, they belong to the other your periodic table, but not your T block. That is what I mean by transition elements. But also keep in mind, in your transition series you got D0, D5, D10, that is empty, half filled and completely filled. These also are considered to be non-transitional elements. So if say suppose you got this also in this rule, that is A plus 2, B plus 3 are non-transition elements, but your one element has D0, D5, D10 configuration, then you consider that element to be also a non-transitional element. Fine. Okay. So generalizing the first rule, if A plus 2 and B plus 3 are non-transition elements, you consider this to be a normal spinel structure. If say suppose you got a transition element in the complex and it has D0, D5 and D10 configuration, you call it also a non-transition element and you consider the complex to be a normal spinel. Fine. So this is your example that you've been given, magnesium Al2O4. Coming to the second rule, wherein you say that if A plus 2 and B plus 3 are transition elements. Now how do you distinguish when you have both the elements as transition elements? Okay, now the point of difference is their CFSE. In my previous videos about coordination chemistry, I have taught how to find CFSE. So if the CFSE, say suppose of B plus 3 is higher than A plus 2, you call it normal spinel. And your example is FeCr2O4. It is not necessary that the examples I have given are those particular examples only. You have n number of examples. I have picked just one of them. So basically you don't need to remember any example, because in the questions you will be given the examples and you will be told to find which spinel type it is. Okay, so you need to know the technique to find, not the example. So remember this. Okay, now next rule. If say suppose the CFSE of A plus 2 happens to be greater than the B plus 3, then you call it inverse spinel. Fine. Okay, so if you are getting confused which CFSE is for normal spinel, which for inverse, remember only one thing. When you have the CFSE of B plus 3 greater than A plus 2, you call it normal spinel. And you know the reverse of it is your inverse spinel. Okay, so we have studied two rules. Coming to the third rule. If A plus 2 is non-transitional and B plus 3 is transitional, that means earlier case what we have studied, when both the elements were non-transitional. Second case when both were transitional, that time you include the CFSE. Third case when one is transitional, the other one is non-transitional. So how do you do this? Say suppose your A plus 2 is non-transitional and B plus 3 is transitional. So that case is a non-normal spinel structure. Fine. So you can see here, this is your non-transitional magnesium and Cr2O4 is your transitional. Fine. Okay. Next, coming to your last rule, it's reverse of this rule. So you actually don't need to remember both the rules. You can remember any one. Say suppose I remember first one. If A plus 2 is non-transitional and B plus 3 is transitional, I call it normal spinel structure. So that's it. Then coming to the second part, it's reverse. A plus 2 is transitional and B plus 3 is non-transitional. It is inverse spinel structure. Fine. Okay. So basically in short, you just have got three rules. First one, first case, when both are non-transitional C elements, you call it the normal spinel. When you have both the elements as transitional, you look for the CFSE. If the CFSE of B plus 3 is B plus 3 is greater, you call it normal spinel. If the CFSE of A plus 2 is greater, you call it inverse spinel. And the third important rule is if one element is transitional, the other one is non-transitional, what you call. So one rule you remember, the other one is just the reverse of it. Say suppose your A plus 2 is non-transitional and B plus 3 is transitional, you call it the normal spinel. The reverse of it is inverse spinel. So coming to one or two some examples I've got of questions. So let's do them. The compound having a normal spinel structure among the following is. So normal spinel, what is the rule I have told you? First rule, when both are non-transitional case. In that you consider D0, D5 and D10 also to be non-transitional. Second case, if the CFSE of B plus 3 is greater, it is normal spinel. And third rule, if A plus 2 is non-transitional, it is normal spinel. So what you see here? Here this is transitional, this is also transitional. Okay, but down if you see zinc, it is D10 system. D10 system is what? D10 system is considered to be non-transitional. Fine. Then iron plus 2. What is the oxidation state of iron? In the first slide I told you it is plus 3. And iron plus 3 is D5 system. Fine. So D5 system meaning again it is non-transitional case. So zinc also you've got non-transitional D10. Iron also you've got non-transitional D5. So the answer is option B. You can try for the rest what it comes to. Is it a normal or a inverse? I know it's inverse, but you can still check it out. Coming to your second example. For an inverse spinel, you have told that this whatever is inverse spinel, the A and B respectively are. So you need to know, to make this particular structure an inverse spinel, what atoms of A and what atoms of B are you going to put? Okay. Now if I put first one, so this example I'll leave it up to you all how to solve. I've given you the option, correct answer is A. So what you have to do, you have to use your whatever techniques that I've told you earlier. You need to make this particular structure AB2O4 as your inverse spinel. So what you all do, you all use your CFSE method. You'll use your main group non-transitional transition method and find out what structure it belongs to. Your answer should be A. Fine. Thank you. Happy learning. If you all have any doubt with regards to this video, please do comment in the comment section. I'll be very pleased to answer your comments. Thank you.